Hello everybody, it's me, the Real Local Maniac. I'm back again with another game review. Now, as you can see, today I'll be playing Codemasters' classic game, which is Rockstar Ate My Hamster. Now, this game came out in 1989. It was programmed by, Colin Jones, Graham and Allister Brimble. Now, it's an absolutely amazing game. Now, don't you think the guy on the loading screen there kind of reminds you of, what's his name? Frank Gallagher from the TV show Shameless. He looks just like him. Now, this game is an absolutely amazing game. Basically, what it is, it's like a band management simulator. And it probably is my personal favourite game in this sort of genre because it's got so much humour. So those are the two characters that you play. One's called Clive. I can't remember what the other guy's called, but there they are. And they basically want to run a band to sort of make some cash from their shady little 2-bit sort of like a management place where they've got there. So next up is you can select the amount of rock stars. Now all the rock stars and singers are basically piss takes or caricatures of famous celebrities of the time. And some of them are still around nowadays, guys, you know. Alright, so let's have a little look. Rewind and play your Rockstar tape and find. Press play to enter. So let's see who the first character is. Who we got? It's amazing, Chief. This is Wacko Jacko. Now I wonder who Wacko Jacko is based on. I'm surprised these guys didn't get sued when they made the game. There we go. Let's tune the turn off. Now all the characters there, depending on how popular they are, the cost of some amount of money. The bottom left of the corner you can see that you've only got 50 grand to spare, and just to the side of it you've got a calendar there that tells you the date of it there. So it's nice and simple, this game, not too many controls, just basically you just click on things with the fire button and that's it. But I love this game. Now I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to start off with a 2-piece band because I don't really want to drag out the video for over 15 minutes. I want to try and keep it about 10, 12, something like that minutes, and we'll take it from there. Now don't you think Phil Collins looks just like that? And there's Maradona, not the one that scored the the Hand of God goal in the World Cup. All right, so I'm going to go for that fella. Who's that again? That's Scratch and Sniffer. Who are they based on? Salt and Pepper. Oh, and there's Pedo there. I'm not, even though he is £50, I'm not going to do him the honour of employing him. There's Mince. I wonder who he's based on. Anyway, he's a bit too pricey. There's Rick Gasly. Very tempting, actually. Very, very tempting to get Rick Gasly to be in my band, my 2-piece band. Now, I might go for Dick Knackered. You know, just because, I don't know. Who we got there? We got Gracie Chapperson. I loved this game back in the days because it really, really made me laugh just watching sort of like how these characters look like on the telly and the little silly nicknames they'd given them. But like I said before, it really surprised me that this game, like the Codemasters didn't get sued by the actual thing. Because the characters, you can exactly tell who they are. But nevertheless, the Codies did an amazing job on this particular game. It probably is my favourite band simulator ever because it just works. It's got everything. It's got humour. It's got some nice graphics there. It's got some nice music. It just works well, this game. There's loads of different characters. I'm going to try and find the next sort of rock sort of style look. Yeah, I'm going to go for this guy. So that's my band. Now what shall I call my band? I'm not going to call them a Wailing Disturbance. So I say no to that. Alright, what shall I call it? I'm going to call it... Have a guess, oops. It's all in capitals. There. Clive. Nope. Nope. Try again. No, I missed that bloody letter. Try it again. Anyway, basically what I'm going to call my band is the Clive Sinclairs. Because, I absolutely adore my Specky machine, which was absolutely fantastic. Right, so what shall I get them? I'm not going to get them spanking new stuff or dodgy gear. I'm going to go for the middle, sort of like, sort of used but good. practice. We're gonna just do 2-day practice, just so the guys can sort of like get to grips with it. And he's not too impressed with my music. Oh, he's finding it a bit boring. He's fallen asleep now, eh? It's just funny watching all the little things that these guys say and the way they interact with each other. Now, I know this did appear on the Commodore 64 as well. I believe it did come out on the Amiga. I've never actually seen that version, so I might have to go and check it out on YouTube and see what it's like. Right, so what's next? I'm going to start off in a pub. You've got different sort of things. Tells you how much you want to charge. I'm not going to be greedy because, I mean, the band's just first starting out. So I'm going to choose £5. And we're going to just do a weekend, so 2 nights. So the Clive Sinclairs, live on stage. In the local pub. We're going to rock. We're going to rock the roof down that place, eh? Right, so you every so often you've got to sort of pay him. So I think it's every week you've got to pay him there. And it deducts from the money. So I haven't done too bad there. I sold 200 tickets and I got £1,000 out of it. So I did go for 2 nights. So how did we do in the tickets? And he tells you right here. Once again, I've done pretty well. So what am I going to do? You can either do a gig, you can do publicity, or you can do some gifts. You know what I'm going to go for? I'm going to reward these guys for their hard-earned sort of like, you know, making all that money. And you know how I'm going to reward them? Not with jewellery or clothes or drinks. I'm going to buy them a comic each. Because that will keep them happy on the tour bus, you know. I don't want to give them drinks because they'll end up getting completely out of control and sort of like, I don't know, getting into fights and chucking stuff out the windows. Now, a bit of publicity there from the Stun newspaper. Alien stole my husband. Right. And there was a nice lady there with some nice boobies. Right, so I'm surprised they actually did manage to get away with that. But I guess it's all done, I wouldn't say in good taste, but it's all cartoony. It's not realistic. So yeah, it's fine. So what we're going to go for next? I'm going to up it a little bit more because the first time we did pretty well. I'm going to do 3 nights now. So back again by popular demand, the Clive Sinclair. And guys, if you're wondering why the band's called the Clive Sinclairs, it's because I'm actually thinking about starting a band. Because this is my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution was every day I'm going to play my guitar. And by the end of the year, I want to sort of like go to, I don't know, one of those places where you can just go down and just play, you know, just me. And then probably next year, once I get really good, I'm going to start a band called the Clive Sinclairs. And it'll just be random crap about retro gaming. I don't think I'm going to sort of be famous, not like these guys. Right, so it's wages time again. You know, there's a bit more publicity. It changes from time to time, but this time it didn't. Just once again, it's got the little topless picture there. But I do love the headlines in the Stun newspaper. Okay, so what should we do now? Alright, I'm going to go for a university. No, I'm going to go for a club actually. I'm not going to sort of like get too huge there. We're going to do 2 nights there once again. Right. Now, honestly, guys, if you haven't played this computer game, you have to do yourself a favour. Track it down. It scored really high in all the computer magazines. I've never actually played it on the Amstrad. I know it is out in the Commodore 64. And I've never seen the Amiga version, which would be fantastic. And once in a while, if you start doing good, you get someone from PR sort of company that wants you to advertise or do something for them. You accept. Sometimes it works in your favour, other times it doesn't. Right, I'm going to record an album now. So how many tracks shall we do? We're going to do... Should we go for broke? 4-track. Okay, so the Clive Sinclairs, let's lay down some super noisies. It's wages time again, but as you can see, you know, money-wise, I haven't really sort of messed up. And this game is so addictive, and the music is phenomenal. Listen to that. It's absolutely fantastic music. Okay, so now you get to name the song. I think you can also name the album and stuff like that. And then as you progress, your album goes in the charts, and then you sort of like see all the other bands that are ahead of you, and you see where you are on the charts and stuff like that with all the songs. And all the songs have got some interesting, funny names. So I'm going to call my first track Dizzy Had Red Boxing. No, that's not how you spell boxing. That's boxing gloves. But on the Spectrum he didn't. But he did on the Amstrad. But all that matters was, you know what, I knew Dizzy had red boxing gloves on the cover, and that's what mattered. Right, for the second track, what shall I call this classic tune, eh? Look at them both there. The faces only a mother could love, eh? Alright, so I'm not going to call it Make the Tears Go Away. I'm going to say no to that straight away. I'm not going to let that song sort of have a rubbish name like that. What shall we call this song? Keeping with all the gaming and specky tradition, I'm going to call it Commodore 64 was not as good as my spec. No, it's too long. So, what should we call it then? Commodore 64 was crap? No, Commodore 64 sucked. No, but that doesn't make sense. What I've put there was Commodore 64 was sucked. It probably was. But yeah, Commodore 64 sucked. That's because I'm a big Spectrum fan. Guys, I don't really hate the Commodore 64. I absolutely love it. But again, going back to the game and rather talking about the crap, this game is so playable, it's so addictive. The graphics are absolutely fantastic. They look really cartoony. It complements the game's sense of humour really well. And it's an amazing game, which I think you can definitely try and track down on eBay. Give it a go. I'm sure you can find it just for a few pounds, and you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. That last song was called Drunk Driving on my C5. You know, I love the C5. I wonder if you can get one of those on eBay. Alright, so I'm only going to record just a little bit more, and then I'm going to call the end to this video, because I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. And it's a great game, and I don't want to play it for too long, because otherwise I'll spend the whole day doing it. Guys, I will be doing loads more 8-bit wars, loads more 16-bit wars in the next few weeks, and loads more videos, so hope you enjoy it. Alright, so that's my last song. Hey girl, play with my Kempston. I ran out of room, but you know what I mean. Now, let's score this game. I'm going to score them out of 5, so 1 being crap, 3 being average, and 5 being fantastic. So you know what 2 and 4 probably mean. But this game, I'm going to give like a 5-star review, because it is that damn good. And like I said, guys, if you haven't played it, do yourself a favour and play it. I'm the Real Local Maniac, and I shall say goodbye, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.